Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great. In today's video, I'm going to be doing like a mini vlog, and I'm also going to be talking to you about this mask that we're going to try out together and review. So hopefully this will be good. This is the L'Oreal Replumping Mask, which is part of their Revitalise collection, which has been quite popular at the moment. If you're a returning subscriber, big hello to you. Hope you're doing great. Leave a comment. If you're new to my channel, have a look around, watch this video, see if you like my content, and then subscribe as well. That would be great. Trying to get to a humble at least 100 subscribers, by the end of the year. So we'll see how that goes. So keep watching. Okay, so first things first, your girl has started her morning with a caramel latte, which I made myself. Tastes not too bad, it's all right, but really and truly I think I prefer like my usual cup of tea because I don't actually have a coffee machine. So I make this on the hob with just a bit of milk, a little bit of water, the coffee, and then of course the caramel sauce, which I buy separately. Maybe I'll do a video on that actually. And yeah, so this has been okay so far. I made it with whole milk. I don't know, it's all right, but I don't think I'll have it again. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking for this segment of the video. And yeah, so just a little bit of an update. Today is the 29th, Saturday the 29th of October. And I've finished my 5th week of placement, so I have 2 weeks left. The placement's been really good so far. I've actually learned a lot, I would say. I've built upon like clinical skills and stuff that I've learned from the ward, but this particular area that I'm in now, I find, you know, really good, and I wouldn't mind doing it, you know, full time. So yeah, I've been doing like 4 days a week as opposed to 3, trying to make up my hours because I had 2 days off sick. So that's been quite difficult. And all in all, I would say that my energy does feel a bit low. It's been a really long time since I've taken my multivitamins, which I was actively taking before. And the thing about being on placement, because it's so busy, it's not necessarily an excuse, but it's a bit like you don't really have time to drink water, because I'm very good with my water, of having at least 2 litres a day. But because you're here, you're there, you're everywhere, it's like you just don't have much time to like drink. So that's something that I've realised within myself that I need to try and work on. So, you know, from a couple of days ago, I've tried to start increasing my fluid intake. As for the vitamins, I've stopped taking them for a specific reason, which I'll probably share soon, and hopefully you guys will understand why with that. So yeah, so if my energy comes across as quite dull, I'm trying. Yeah, I never really had a good sleep last night as well because of this whole PMS thing that I've kind of spoken to you guys about. So last night was just really rough for me. Yeah, I was just tossing and turning, and I was up. I ended up getting up to like have a drink of water to try and, you know, calm the body down sort of thing. I had all these thoughts going through my mind. I had to turn the TV on. It was just a complete mess. And I feel like it's something that's, I guess it's kind of starting to be spoken about now, but you know, being like a female and our hormones and, you know, PMDD, PMS, it's really difficult to sort of deal with. So that was how my night went. But yeah, today's a new day and I'm gonna try and be positive. So later on today, I'm actually going out for dinner, which will be really nice because it's going to be with 2 colleagues that I used to work with that I've not seen in basically 2 years. So this will be a really good catch up. They're like older than me, they're grown women, but I really like love their company. Like I like being around older people. So yeah, we're gonna go out, we're gonna get some food, we're gonna get some drinks, and we're gonna catch up. So saying all that to say, I need to get my skin ready. So what I'm planning to do, because of the whole not having slept well, the whole PMS situation, out of my mask collection, I've decided to go for this one today. So this is our Loreal Replumping Mask, part of their Revitalise collection. Okay, so before going further into the video, I think it's really important that I do talk about my skin with you guys. So my skin now, compared to my previous videos, you would see that I do have quite a lot of brightness and radiance, but I've also have a lot of blemishes and hyperpigmentation that's now starting to show a lot more. So we have here, and of course my hormonal pigmentation as well, and these lines here. So the reason being for this, I've stopped using retinol. I haven't used retinol properly in maybe since July, so August, September, October, November, so a good 4 months. So not using that to actively, you know, process the cell turnover much quickly. And I've also not been using my pigment suppressors as well, so when I do have a spot, basically the melanin isn't being suppressed, so now it's starting to show up on my skin. I still do use my C serum, hence the brightness, and I still do use SPF, hence the brightness, but a lot of these scars that were being suppressed in a sense, or I was basically maintaining to not show up as much, they're starting to show up. So this is what I look like, and this is just me being completely transparent. So there's a specific reason why I stopped using them, which I'll share in the next couple of videos. But yeah, this is what I'm currently dealing with at the moment. It doesn't make me upset, because I think it's part of the whole skin process, and you know, your skin's gonna have ups, your skin's gonna have downs, and I feel like I know what to do to basically get rid of it. But in case you're wondering, yeah, this is how my face is looking now, and it shows up a lot more on camera actually. So yeah, this is what we're working with. That's just like a mini skin update. So I haven't really used my niacinamide either. I would say my main skincare routine at the moment is just a cleanser, C serum, hyaluronic acid, and an SPF. So a lot of this quite potent products that I was using before to stop any scarring and pigment obviously haven't been being used, so now this is how it's showing up on my face. And of course I've started my morning with my new edition of the Aesthetic Medicine magazine. So I got this today. I haven't actually read it yet, but they've been quite good and consistent with me getting my copies of these like every month. So this is the November edition, and if you're into skin and aesthetics or anything like that, I do recommend this magazine because it does share a lot of new treatments that are coming out, updates with some treatments that are quite popular in the industry, such as the hydrofacial, for example, which I've been reading about. So we got, you know, just a ton of information, new research, new machines that can be used. They've got like an editorial section and just many different things really. So if you are into your aesthetics and your medicine, or you're trying to get into the industry, then I do recommend this magazine. So this is Aesthetic Medicine, and I believe you can register online to get your copy. Okay, so now all of that's been said, let's try out the mask. Okay, so being an innovation anti-aging mask, I'm quite excited to try this, specifically to superficially reduce these areas that I have here. Going out later, I want to look quite plump and hydrated and fresh, you know, just like I've been taking care of myself. So I'm quite excited to try this out. So it claims instantly replumps and smooths and locks in moisture for around 24 hours. So when I woke up today, my skin was incredibly dry, particularly around the neck area. So that's just part of like my oil production during this specific time. So the mask here is supposed to perfectly mold to the skin and reach even the finest lines for best results. So looking at me now, it's quite clear that my finer lines are definitely here in the nasolabial fold area, and also a little bit around the eyes as well. So trying this mask, this is something that we should be looking out for. Let's try and assess how it looks now compared to how it will look afterwards. So yeah, this is a replumping mask. It's got concentrated hyaluronic acid, a gold standard skincare ingredient which replumps, smooths and hydrates. It's ultra thin tissue mask technology with Japanese cotton, perfectly molds to the skin to reach fine lines, and it has a cooling sensation, which should be interesting. It's been tested by an independent institute, which basically claims that your skin is instantly replumped with moisture, it feels fresher, smoother, and after using 3 of these masks, then the fine lines can appear much less visible. So that's something that I didn't know. So you have to use this at least 3 times to get the results, but we'll see still anyway. So it's quite good as well with showing you what you need to do. It's got pictures, hope you can see. It's got your pictures on how to apply the mask, which I really, really like, because sometimes words just aren't clear. So we're gonna open this, unfold it, apply it with the protective film on the outside. Remove the protective film, adjust mask to your face, and after 15 minutes, remove the mask and massage the rest onto your face and skin, or you can remove it with a cotton pad. There. So, comments. So this product's been tested on all skin types. So all skin types, I'm assuming that's, you know, the 4, which is oily, dry combination and sensitive. It's been tested under dermatological control with a minimum of 600 applications, which is really good. That's good to me. That's obviously a really large sample size if it's had a minimum of 600 applications, and I like that it's been included on all skin types as well, which is quite inclusive. It says efficacy has been proven in clinical or consumer studies by the independent institutes. Okay, and no animal testing, of course. Okay, so I'm reading the ingredients, which I always do. First and foremost, the biggest concentration of ingredient we have here is water, which is quite common. However, some standout products that I've realised is that it's got castor oil in it, and castor oil is quite high up on the list, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4th ingredient. So although it's been tested on all skin types, I'm not entirely sure if you're particularly oily skinned that I would recommend this. I know it's a moisturizing mask, but I'd say to be careful, because if you've used castor oil before, it's a very thick, moisture rich formula, almost like Vaseline, but more liquid like. So if your skin's oily, perhaps be careful with that, because castor oil is definitely gonna block your pores basically and give you an exacerbation of spots. The last product that stands out to me is perfume. It's got perfume in it, it's got fragrance in it. So I'm actually feeling a bit skeptical to put this on my face now, but I'm gonna try it for you guys and see. So this has perfume in it, it's not fragrance free, so if you are sensitive skinned, perhaps stay away from this. So it's just little things like that you kind of need to look out for, because although it's been you know, it claims it has a product tolerance after being tested on all skin types. It doesn't, of course, give you in detail how these different skin types did react. So based upon some of these ingredients that I have seen, just be vigilant, just be careful. And like I said, if you're oily skinned or sensitive skin, perhaps stay away from it. You can try it, of course, and get specific dermatological advice, but me personally, I think I would stay away from this. Dermatological control with a minimum 600 applications. So yeah, there's of course not enough information, so just be vigilant. So again, this is the mask that we're trying out today. So this mask I got from Boots, and I think it was maybe $2.99 or $3.99 or $4.99, around that sort of price point. But let's get this on. So I've opened it now. It's inside your typical foil lined packaging, and the mask looks quite blue. Unfold and apply on a clean face. So this is how we're looking. I like the way the mask feels. It's very like it's a tissue mask, but it feels like a stable tissue, like it's not just gonna rip and cause problems like some other masks have done in the past that I've tried. So it's a very nice and thick tissue.
Oh wait, hold on.
Have I put this on right? Unfold and apply the formula mask with the protective film on the outside. So what's the protective film? This feels like the mask now. I must have put it on the wrong way. Yeah, I put it on the wrong way, so be careful. So the bit that I was going on about being like the thick part that's good to hold on to, I think that's the protective film. Sorry about that. Okay. God, I'm hoping this is the right way. So now we're to remove the protective film and then make the mask more snug to your face. So excuse me for the beginning bit, but this is not going well. God, it feels really, really nice though. Okay, so the mask is on. Oh my gosh, I don't want to ruin it, but the mask is on. I'm not gonna fault the initial way when I put it on the wrong way, because that was my fault. I guess never read the instructions properly, but that's something to be careful of. If you are gonna put this mask on, make sure that the blue part, which is the protective film, is on the opposite side. I think that's quite a good thing actually, because it makes it much more easier for you to gauge the correct way to put on the mask, because a lot of times it can be very confusing putting tissue masks on, knowing which way's right and which way's wrong. With this as well, it's very, very thin. Like, it's so thin and it feels so comfortable right now on my face. Like, I can just go to sleep. Even it's on, it doesn't necessarily look like I have a mask on unless you look down here. Like, up here it kind of just looks like dry skin. Like, it's so thin, so comfortable and so soothing. I can definitely feel the soothing and the cooling effect to the mask. So I'm going to leave this on for 15 minutes and then take it off and then update you guys with how I'm progressing. So I'm going to fix this bit as well, of course, because I'm talking, it's moving around, and yeah, so I'm probably just going to read a book or something and then give you guys a final review. But I can't stop looking at it. It feels so nice. It feels so nice. Okay, so I'm back. It's been about 20 to 25 minutes, so I've left the mask on for much longer than it needed to be. I know that it's ready to come off now because it's starting to feel a bit itchy, but let's take it off. So I've been drinking tea and stuff, and as you can see, it hasn't moved a great deal, which is a good sign. So starting from the bottom, I apologise for the noise. There's a lot going on in my house right now. But starting from the bottom, I'm going to gently put it upwards and off. Voila. So this is the results. The mask is quite dry, obviously, because I left it on longer than it needed to be. But I just took that short break because I'm looking at this area. So if I put in a before and after, we can see that before I put the mask on, this bit, the lines here looked much more deeper than they're currently appearing now, which is a good sign. I would also say that my skin looks quite hydrated but mattified, like it's not overly oily, which I was a bit nervous about with using this mask. My overall radiance has appeared to have calmed down a bit, but you know, it seems to have done its job. My face feels very cool, a bit sticky. It feels okay. I'd say it's quite good. It's quite good. It's definitely done a great job at helping to reduce the deep lines I had here, and also around the eyes as well. So we can definitely like give it a good few stars on that for the moisturizing properties, because that's exactly what it's done, which has helped to get rid of the lines superficially. So that looks pretty good actually. I am quite pleased with the results. I do think if I had removed the mask at the actual 15-minute mark and not left it on longer, I would have more of a dewy radiant appearance. So that's me again, but overall I am quite happy with the results from this mask. So this is the Replumping Mask by L'Oreal, part of their Revitalise collection. The only reason why I will not buy the mask again is because it has perfume in it. I don't feel like I need to be putting perfume onto my face, because although I know that I'm combination skin, and not particularly sensitive. It can still cause irritation down the line and stuff, and it's just something that I don't need to be doing. So although I'm quite happy with the results, very superficial, very sort of quick fix, and for the price point it's quite good, but just for the fact that it's got perfume in it, it's not something that I will be too keen on purchasing again. So this is how we're looking. No excess product to press into the skin or to wipe away. And yeah, my skin looks very good and ready to go for later when I start my makeup routine. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this review really insightful, and I will see you again soon. Bye.